Andy. So we're setting out today to drive up to my sister's house in Issaquah, which is a eastern suburb of Seattle, and we live in Vallejo, which is just about 15 minutes south of the Napa Valley. We're going to stop in Medford for the night and then drive all the way to Issaquah the next day. So it's about 2 6-hour drives-ish, and hopefully we'll see some stuff on the way. Let's get going. Bye!
Leaving California's North Bay, we head north on I-5, trading Vineyard Hills for the wide Central Valley. Miles of orchards and farmland stretch ahead before the road climbs into pine forests and the towering silhouette of Mount Shasta. From there, winding through the Siskiyou Mountains brings cooler air and sweeping views until the Oregon border appears and the Rogue Valley welcomes us to Medford. Yet another view of Mount Shasta through the trees at the rest stop. That's lovely. There's a little area to take your doggies.
Well, the good news is it's been a quick ride up. This can take up to about 6.5, maybe even 7 hours to drive from Vallejo to Medford. We are now on the other side of the Mount Shasta area, which is about usually 4.5 hours, and we've made record time. It's going to take us maybe 5 hours to get up to Medford. So there hasn't been a lot of bad traffic, which has been great. We're just at this little rest stop here. We're just going to get back on the road. We got about an hour to go. We should roll into town by around 6 p.m. Not bad at all. So we had a good drive up from Vallejo to Medford. We made it at around 6 p.m. It took us almost exactly 6 hours with stops. It's supposed to take 6 to 6.5 without, so that's good. We're in room 326 at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Medford. Normally, I don't stay at Holiday Inns. We do have IHG loyalty points, though. We stay at Intercons and we stay at Crown Plazas from time to time. But we do get a free anniversary night, which is, a low-grade one. And we thought, what the heck? Let's just stay at the Holiday Inn. Couldn't be that bad. It's free. And honestly, it's really, really nice. I still haven't had a bad stay at an IHG property anywhere. So we're here in room 326. There are 4 floors to this hotel. This is the 3rd floor. And when you walk in, this is the view you get. Not necessarily with Andy sitting there. He won't be in your room. Maybe he will. I don't know. Hi. So it's arranged well. There's this little entrance area. There's a table here to sort of put your keys on and stuff. And there's a great place to put our cooler because we travel with that when we're traveling long distances. There's a big mirror here. I thought the lighting wasn't so good when we first came in, but actually I found some more lights and that made it better. There's actually a bank of lights above this little closet here. That helps. I haven't found a light here yet, but I'm pretty positive there will be one. So the other thing when you walk in, you've got a little microwave up here. You've got Keurig coffee machine, that'll do. You also get free breakfast. This is one of those chains. And I always go for the wrong side on these. Empty fridge, good news. And the bathroom has nice lighting. They are either renovating or just have renovated this hotel. I would guess just have because it's nice. We were worried they were still working on it. Have this little divider here. That's the only thing that makes it seem a little old school. Toilet, standard, plenty of towels. We, no longer are they doing bathtubs when they renovate. It does have this little foot washing channel here. Has a pretty standard thing. I'll check the pressure on that. Looks fine. They have Dove products here, which I happen to like, so that's kind of a treat. All Dove products. Very good. Like I said, little closet here. Inside here, I think we just got the standard stuff. So there is a safe, which looks like it'll fit a computer. That's good news, because I've got mine with me. Very, very big space to put your stuff. So there's a place to put all of your luggage. And even underneath, you've got space. And you've got some hooks here, which is also kind of nice. TV is not huge. That's like, what, a 40-inch maybe? Yeah. And here we got a bank of plugs. And we've got drawers, 3 drawers. We've got Andy at the desk here. It's got a desk light. It's got that bank over there to plug into for the desk, so it's you're gonna need a longer cord. I traditionally hate these next to the window air conditioners, but this one seems quiet, so I'm impressed. There's a big window here. It's not facing out onto anything. Let me just bring this up. This is facing towards the freeway that we came in on, you can see over here. It is also kind of facing so it's in amongst shopping areas. There's actually a gluten-free pub here that we're gonna go to in a little while and get some gluten-free food. It has this nice chaise lounge here. Looks comfortable. Looks like I could sleep there if Andy's thrashing around when he sleeps. Not that happens. King-size bed. Sorry, king-size bed.
Wow.
No, he doesn't. I probably do. I probably snore. You got your control here for the aircon. Seems to work pretty well. It's nice and cool in here. The decor is pleasant. Light colors. You got any comments on it?
No, it's nice.
I thought they were pleasant at the front desk. They have carts to bring your stuff in, and she told us which door to park near to make it easier to get to the elevators with our stuff.
Yeah,
so that was nice.
Real helpful.
Yeah, and there is also a pool here. There may be a hot tub. We should check it out on the way out.
We will.
And we will report back. In case I didn't mention, there is a guest laundry here. Looks nice. It's $1.75 for a wash and $1.50 for a dry. Looks pleasant enough. It's on the first floor, right near the pool and the fitness center. And here we've got a bunch of machines. This is their fitness center. So that's cool. They also have some free weights, but there's somebody here, so I don't want to take a picture. And here is a pool. It's rather a pleasant pool, but no hot tub, but still nice. There are several side doors that you can get in and out of with your key, and they sort of take you to all things. I think
Turn
right
right.
now we're
Turn right.
on the side where the shopping center is. They even have doggy bags here. So this is where the shopping center we're going to is with the gluten-free food. And it's just across the other side of this. I believe that the pub is going to be right here. Point Pub and Grill. Right over here. Happens to be right next door. So tell me what you think so far.
Well, the guys seem real nice. Everyone's real friendly.
And it's pretty crowded in here for a Thursday, I would say.
They have a great apple cider.
It's a peachy cider.
Yeah, and I ordered fish and chips.
Beer battered.
Beer
Gluten-free.
with sweet potato fries. And they have a spectacular sliced apple
For dessert, yes.
with caramel sauce and vanilla ice cream.
Woo! But I was surprised because it's a little local joint, and when it was first open, people were like, I don't know, and then it got better. And I think it's for real. They even have a loyalty program, and it's at 7 o'clock on a Thursday night, and it's fairly packed in here, so that's good. Let me show you the bar. The bar is pretty neat. A couple of workers here. It's good.
The Point Pub serves up a huge, completely gluten-free menu, and everything we tried was fresh and delicious. Pause here to check it out in detail.
The whole meal is gluten-free.
Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah,
You'll have to try it.
I will.
And here's mine. Mine's not gluten-free, but you can get a gluten-free bun, and you can get gluten-free. All right, you have to tell me the verdict now.
That Cajun flair, but it just dances in your mouth. It's so delicious.
And is the
Crispy.
the fish itself is nice and hot and
Yeah,
not mushy?
yeah.
Cool. And how are the fries?
I haven't tried it.
Good. Well, I'll get an instant reaction. Very good.
Yeah,
So-
those are good.
So we're coming back through Medford
Yes.
on the way home, and we will be coming here again. Is there any final words you'd like to say about
We're coming back on Sunday.
the Point Pub and Grill in Medford? And, you know, it looked like a local place. It might have like frozen microwave stuff. Everything was fresh. Everything was hot.
Yeah.
Most of it could be made gluten-free. It was exceptional. Come here if you can. So we're down here at breakfast at the Holiday Inn Express, and it's really very, very good. They even have gluten-free bread on request for Andy. That's what it looks like behind me here. And there's a whole room of food. And here's what the breakfast looks like.
The complimentary breakfast at Holiday Inn Express Medford was surprisingly good. In the modern comfy dining room, we enjoyed real cheese omelets instead of the usual powdered scrambled eggs, along with bacon, fruit, yogurt, biscuits and gravy, something you don't see every day, and fantastic cinnamon rolls. Even gluten-free bread was available, and the juice selection was much better than expected. The only miss? No bananas, just oranges and apples.
So you've seen the room, you've seen the breakfast, and we talked to the front desk staff, and it sounds like we're probably in a renovated room. They've done a soft renovation on the fourth and the third part of the third floors. We're on the third floor because it looks brand new. And, it was just a soft refurb, but it was well done. The breakfast was exceptional. Andy asked me, okay, if you were to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, without knowing that you usually prefer staying at things like Conrad's, what would you give it as a rating? And before breakfast, I said I'd probably give it a 9 or a 10. After breakfast, I'd give it a solid 10. I'd probably give it a 12. Maybe that's just because of expectation. It's a Holiday Inn. I've been alive a long time. Holiday Inn comes with this sort of, oh gosh, you're really pretty desperate if you're staying there. Not as bad as a Motel 6, but worse than some of the other brands like Hilton and Marriott. But no, I can honestly say every IHG stay that we have had in the past 2 years has been pretty exceptional. Most of them have been at Indigo's, Crown Plazas, hotels like that. I don't think we've stayed at a Holiday Inn, but I would stay again. And when you take into account that this was also on a free anniversary night, value is exceptional. Now, in 3 days' time, we are staying at the SpringHill Suites, which is literally next door. So we'll see how Marriott compares to IHG in Medford and what we think of that. We already know the location is solid. One of the things that made this good was that there's a gluten-free pub 2 minutes walk away. So for us, that was a spectacular thing. It looks like there's a lot around the area, though. We're going to stop by Fred Meyer on the way, which is kind of like a Target on the way to out of town today. So we'll see, how that is. That's all. It was really good. Okay, let's get on the road. We just drove for about 7 hours, plus we made a few stops, and we are here at the SpringHill Suites in Medford, Oregon. Before I show you the room, I just want to say that, so we've had 2 stays in Medford, one on the way there, one on the way back. On the way there, we stayed at a Holiday Inn on Center Street, which is next door to this hotel. This is the SpringHill Suites on Center Street. So they're in South Medford. And, I was really worried about staying actually at a Holiday Inn because it's been a long time and they have this reputation that's in my head from, the 1970s when I was a kid, and they're not good. But the stay was so incredibly pleasant. The staff were friendly. The breakfast was great. The room had just been soft renovated, so it was really nice. And it wasn't a small room, it was a nice sized room. This is more of a suite with a sofa bed. And this is the part where I start to, get into a major public fight with Marriott, because Starwood properties were so good before Marriott bought them. And now Marriott is so big, they think they can just give people stock standard and dictate however they want. This hotel feels like the staff, I think the woman working had her daughter there and they were complaining about something to each other while they were checking me in. I always request not a ground floor in these, and they put me on the ground floor. So I text them and I'm like, could you put me not on the ground floor? Oh yeah, not in a king size bed, which is fine. We're so tired, we're gonna sleep in these queen size beds because I'm not staying on the ground floor. And it's funny, the area seems sketchy here, but only this hotel. Next door at the IHG, it seemed fine. So now the room is big, hasn't been renovated anytime recently. It's kind of okay. There's nothing wrong with the room, but I just don't like Marriott properties, period. I don't like the way they run their business. I don't like the way they run their hotels, and I don't like the rooms. I don't like the breakfasts. I don't like anything about it. And they've ruined the Sheraton properties that used to exist. So that's my little gripe. We'll see how it goes. I mean, the room's fine. We're just here for the night, but I won't stay again here. I would stay at the Holiday Inn. It is a SpringHill Suites. So when you walk in, you have this sort of mini kitchenette thing. And we also have, I believe this is a trundle bed. So there's a trundle that pulls out below that. Obviously, we won't be using that, but you do have this little sort of living room area. You have your desk over here in the living room. The TV is here between the two, so if you wanted to use that from the beds from either place, you'd have to angle it pretty steeply. Luckily, nobody uses TVs anymore. It's not a very big TV. It's maybe a 40. Here's the two beds. There's this weird little window in between them that's, I think, frosted. Yeah, it's frosted, so you can't see through. So across from the beds, you walk into the bathroom. It's a little bit weird. It's got this big mirror here. The sink is in the outside area. It's lit well. It's only one sink, and it's kind of a small area. Over here, you have the bathroom with your toilet. They were pretty generous on towels. That's good. There's nothing wrong with his shower. It's kind of narrow. It's got good fittings up there. I mean, this is different for me. Usually Marriott uses those really cheap standard sort of shower curtains that are awful, but I guess when they're going away from having bathtubs, they can't. This is a really cheap shower pan, and it's really very narrow in here. If you look at that, it's not much wider than my forearm. And they have these awful Speakman shower heads everywhere in Marriott's. I hate them. And Alice something, shampoos and conditioners and blah, blah, blah. So, but at least they do have these. I liked this at the, they had that at the IHG at the Holiday Inn too. So, footrest, place to put your razor and stuff. Again, nothing wrong with it. It's just sort of meh. The one thing that really irks me, and why I've put Andy over in this bed, if you don't mind.
What?
You like air blowing on you at night, and I can't stand it.
I love it.
So I put you over here, because this is one of those in-window ones that just blows air, and it's really noisy. So,
good.
We'll see how that goes. It is cooling the room well. And ironically, look what we have a view of. You can't see it too well at night. We have a view of the Holiday Inn that we stayed in on the way up. And I wish I was over there right now. Look, that's the pool.
As far as gyms go, both SpringHill Suites and Holiday Inn had similar setups. Decent size and standard workout equipment, nothing fancy, but more than enough to get your workout in. SpringHill's pool area had a slight edge with a jacuzzi, though neither hotel's pool is anything special, and we didn't try the jacuzzi ourselves. What SpringHill did have, unfortunately, were several maintenance issues and rooms that weren't as clean as they should have been, something we didn't run into at the Holiday Inn. Spring Hill's breakfast and dining area just didn't measure up to the Holiday Inn next door. Fewer options and noticeably lower quality. However, they did have bananas, which Holiday Inn didn't, and even a gluten-free option with an Udi's chocolate muffin.
So the verdict on this hotel, the SpringHill Suites in Medford, South Medford, it was fine. I slept well, but I was cold the whole night, and the culprit is this little guy right here that will only either heat or cool. You can't set the thermostat, and it just does whichever it needs. We were right in the middle. It needed either heating or cooling, and you couldn't set it to that. Old-fashioned technology, not good. The breakfast was average. The breakfast at the IHG next door, much, much better. And the hotel's just tired and dated and needs redoing. Everything is falling apart. If it's really cheap and you're not that picky, then stay here. But probably the Holiday Inn next door is going to be the same or less. And it was much better. Staff were friendlier. Breakfast was better. Room was nicer. Everything. That's my advice.
And there you have it. Holiday Inn Express and Suites clearly takes the win over SpringHill Suites in Medford. If you're headed this way, that's the spot we'd recommend. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next adventure.